Hello, welcome to the Popping Popcorn Podcast, otherwise known as Triple P. We talk about the stuff nobody else talks about.
I feel like you take all of it and you just like rush it all out instead of giving me anything.
Sorry.
We talk about the stuff nobody else talks about. I'm Brayden.
We can redo it. Do you want to
No,
redo it?
no. We'll just leave all this in here.
Alright, okay. I'm Devin.
I'm Brayden.
And we have a very special guest with us today. Please welcome to the podcast, Emma.
Hi.
Emma!
Ta-da!
Yes. She's a big fan.
She
and we're
is.
glad to have her.
Fan of the podcast.
She is.
Okay.
I was there the day that you talk about in the first podcast.
Oh yes,
Right.
yes she was.
At drama.
She was the
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah,
she
she
was
was-
part of the giant joke when we first started. It was like
she even heard the What Makes Us Sneeze
No, What
podcast.
Makes You Sneeze.
I did.
Yeah.
Like, the very origins of it. Not even, like,
no,
the actual-
not the podcast that on here. No,
But
she was
just
part of the
the joke
experience
of it.
when we were living it. The joke, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, not for a podcast. What makes me sneeze?
Brought to you by, and we said, like, you know,
We were
certain
joking about
brands
so many things like Walmart,
Right.
Costco, where you get a lot of toilet. Anyways,
watch the
I
first
feel you,
episode
dude.
Yeah.
if you want to hear more.
We need some sponsors.
We do. So, Costco. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, but really, so let's just get started.
Of course.
Okay, so this is Emma. I think that's all we need to
Hello.
say about that. We can just dive into a
Yeah.
topic.
Emma did bring her own topic.
She did.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
topic
That's the topic. The topic is
sometimes it's the topic.
sometimes.
Okay.
Which one do you want to be first?
Whatever
It's up
one
to
you
you.
want.
Oh, I'm on the spot now.
Putting a lot of power in.
I know. All right. Haunted houses are scary movies
Okay.
because that's
What
kind
one
of
do
going
I
from
prefer?
the last podcast.
2 podcasts.
Wait. What?
Yeah, last podcast you were talking about haunted houses.
No, that was 2 podcasts
Was it Haunted
ago.
House? Anyway.
There's no Savaya in it.
Oh. That was...
Oh well.
Savaya was the last podcast.
Ooh, was it really?
Yeah.
Yes. Last week.
Dude, I'm getting my numbers mixed
Right.
up. This is like what, episode 8?
Yeah.
We've been doing this for 8 weeks. Oh wow.
What are we
Okay.
doing? Okay.
Tell me about it. Okay.
Well, anyway. Alright. Haunted houses are scary movies. Emma, which one do you prefer?
I prefer haunted houses.
Really?
Haunted houses.
I do.
Why?
Because they're more of an experience. Like you go with your friends.
But you can go see a scary movie together with your friends.
I mean that's true, but then like if you see a scary movie with your friends, then you can just like have the images stuck in your brain and then have nightmares about them for like a week. Whereas if you go to a haunted house, it's
you can have those nightmares stuck in your image for a week.
You have like a more fun, like it's like a positive
I
thing
guess.
instead of like
For some.
for some.
It depends on
That's
the
just my opinion.
scariness
For
of
me,
it.
I agree.
You would pick a haunted house over a scary movie?
I don't know. Well, like, okay, because I don't really get scared from haunted houses. You know,
Exactly.
I'll get scared from scary movies, but like with haunted houses, like someone will jump out and scare me, and I'll be like, that was a good job, man. Like you did really good, right? Be like,
was a
"That's
good job,
scare.
man."
You're doing well.
Yeah, you
I
said
do
that
the
out, like,
same
with
thing.
Pennywise.
Exactly. Yeah, with the Pennywise, except for the Pennywise one. That
Okay,
one was like.
but
actually
here's
got
my
scared.
question. It's like okay, so like on a scale, are we talking about like like a little kid, like it's the House of Mirrors kind of scariness,
Oh,
or are we
yeah.
talking about like
No,
full
like-
on like could give you like insomnia kind of scary,
I mean, nothing crazy, because there's
Yeah.
some crazy haunted
right?
houses
Like you have to
out
sign
there.
waivers and stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
Or,
because
like,
you
where
can
they
like
can
get
touch you.
kidnapped.
Yeah,
for
there's
honest.
there's one where like they just lock you in a dark room. It's pitch black. You can't see anything, and people just come in and like touch you, and they're like, "I'm gonna kill you," and they like do stuff to you.
See, I feel like if I ever became like a serial killer, I would get a job there and then actually kill the person, but make it look like an accident. Like,
yeah. Whoopsie.
someone's knife slipped. That wasn't my knife. That was someone else's knife. Okay, no, for me, I'd pick the scary movie all the time, hands down.
Yeah,
I'd pick the scary movie.
I'd probably pick the
But
scary movie too.
What's-
Or, I don't
what-
know.
really?
Actually.
What
I
kind of
like
scary
just 'cause-
movie?
Well, okay.
Like,
It's
are
just
you
'cause-
down for like, it's the ghost or it's the zombie, like a really scary kind of like
I
ghost
really like-
zombie fake kind of a movie kind of that thing, or like a full on where it's like, a murderer's out, he's out to get us, like a full on.
Those are like fun, like slasher movies.
Right?
Like
Yes.
Jason, Friday the 13th, Halloween.
Halloween. Would you count Jigsaw as that?
Yeah, he's a
I
slasher.
haven't seen
Yeah.
any of those.
You haven't?
Really?
No, I saw it though in the theater. That was really good.
It
Yeah,
would
see,
count,
it-
I
It was
think.
good.
Maybe. I don't
I
know.
like
I feel
that one.
it's
kind of like a half and half.
yeah.
Kind of half ghost paranormal stuff. and
I
half...
feel like that one was like, I mean, it had a couple jump scares in it, but I liked
Yeah.
it because it was like very like cinematic and it had like really
Yeah.
good
I-
music in the background
exactly.
too.
I hate jump
Several.
scares.
Yeah.
more appreciation.
No. I personally hate, not that like they scare me. I hate the fact that a movie has to have a jump scare.
Yeah.
Just get, like it gets to the point where I'm tensing up because I'm expecting a jump scare and nothing happens.
Yeah.
So I untense and I'm not really focused on the movie at that point. I'm more focused on, oh, he's gonna break through, and he doesn't. And then like a half a minute later, he does do something, and I'm like, huh. And then like again, like that puts me past what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the movie because it was gonna be a good movie, not because I wanted to get a jump scare, like a half a second flinch kind of a thing, compared to a full on. This is freaky. He's eating his brains.
Exactly. It's like what I really like in a scary movie is like the sinister, suspenseful
Yeah.
Suspense.
So you like the
that's what I really
psychological
like.
thrillers
Exactly.
instead of the actual jump
Not
scares.
like just jump scare, like I'm a ghost, right? No, like I want to see somebody like slowly coming towards you, like.
No, but really, okay. So in my opinion, like there can be like the scariest movie ever, but like it fake, right? Like oh, that's not a real werewolf just because it didn't get a real werewolf to show up on the set.
Really?
Right? That's not a real ghost because the ghost isn't on the set. Like the ghost exists. That's a previous podcast, but it's just not on the movie set, right? So like in my opinion, I'm like okay, but then it's like there was like stories that like that could actually happen in real life, like Caroline, The Conjuring, Annabelle.
I hate the ones that are based off of like
The
real
Nun.
stories.
Yeah, those kind of things.
Because then it's like, that actually
like not even
happened.
it's like a real story. It's just like this could actually happen.
Yeah.
Right? Where it's like, there's a mass serial killer and he could actually go out and actually kill 30 people and then it's just like okay, and then just leaves you in bed at night thinking, like, well, what if it actually like that stuff actually happens? There's actually people that go out and kill every single not every single but every single like they could go out on a daily basis and kill someone.
Yeah, no, that stuff's crazy. Like, and I kind of hate it when it says like based on a true story because it doesn't say this is a true story. It says it's based on a true story. So somebody can see a shadow in their hallway and they'd be like, well, that's a true story. So I'm gonna base it off that, but I'm gonna make that shadow come towards us and like kill me, right?
Yeah.
So it's based on.
Well, it's like if you do like your research, there's like a lot of stuff that is like full on. This is like exactly what happened, and then the movie shows it. Yeah. But then there are times where it's like, this took place over the course of 6 months. We only have an hour and a half, 2 hour movie. We're gonna shove it down to a time frame of that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So they speed up events or they like heighten events even more. But like for the most part, they do try to stay true if it is like based on a true story kind of a thing.
I think the only actual like slasher movie I saw, I did watch Psycho, which was pretty good. The old black and white version. It was cool.
Hello.
Are you guys filming right now?
Yeah,
Is
Jenny.
that Jenny.
This is Jenny.
It's Jenny.
She's not here yet. Have a great day. Bye. Oh, she just hung up.
She just hung up.
Where to go from there? Okay. Well,
I have a. Do you want to change topics or do you want to continue on?
I don't know. Jenny just called us, and I don't. She's coming.
It's hard to coordinate two people's
she's not
schedules.
here yet.
We keep pushing it off on Friday, especially with the guest. It's hard to push it off on Friday, especially. But when we have another person on a new team member, Jenny we're having to adjust. Mm-hmm. Especially once we get bigger, I feel it's gonna be easier though. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Here's a topic. Okay.
Here's a topic.
Have you ever made an 11/11 wish?
11?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What if like it comes true, but it only comes true for one person, and then there's like almost 8 billion people in the world.
So it's like a 1 in 8 billion.
There's a 1 in 8 billion chance that today is gonna be your day. But
I wish to fly.
no, but it's like honestly though, what if like your 11/11 wish comes true, but you don't know when that's gonna happen because it's just the universe is just like today's your day, today's your day, today's your day, today's your day.
Yeah.
Right? Just cool. Because but there's like 7+ billion people in the world, so you never know if it's gonna be your 11/11 wish. So people don't really always do it then, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just a food for thought.
Food for thought. Yeah.
Just a food for that.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like it.
Right? It's like,
cool.
What if?
But what if? What if? I feel like we talk about the what ifs a lot on this podcast.
Because
we talk about
the stuff that nobody else talks about is a what if.
Yeah. Still the worst.
I mean, people talk about this one, but what if 9/11 was an inside joke?
We're not going to talk about
I'm
that.
kidding.
Nobody talks about that for a reason.
Yeah, no. Terrorism. That's a good one. You want to talk about terrorism?
I don't know. I had to do a research paper recently about like U.S. and Israel
So
relationships.
you know this. You know.
No,
Educate.
hold on.
Educate
So you're talking about
us.
terrorism today. and
Israel
US
is like
history.
fighting terrorism, and U.S. and Israel fight terrorism, and that's all I got from it, and it was the most boring thing ever.
That's all you
That's
got from me.
understandable.
Is that we're fighting terrorism.
Yeah.
Okay, well on that front, what if World War III happens?
Well, if I was thinking about this actually, and I was talking to my dad about it.
Your dad's awesome.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Anyway, so like, he was watching one of Donald Trump's speech, and like, you know, he's making friends with people like North Korea and stuff.
Did you
he's
hear
trying to make
he
friends
called
with them.
Tim Cook, Tim Apple.
Tim Apple?
Tim Apple, he called Tim Cook. That was on Twitter.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, I just
I
saw
don't know
that.
who that
Donald
is.
Trump. On
Tim
Twitter.
Cook?
No.
He's the CEO of Apple.
Oh.
So he just, Donald Trump, like during like a meeting and everything, he's just like, and Tim Apple, and I was just like, Tim Apple?
I have a
Okay.
Samsung. I don't even know the creator of Samsung.
I can't even be friends with you now.
Anyway.
I'm kidding.
Anyway, so he's like, yeah, we're like making friends with all these people, and there's like always these complications, and I feel like we're due for one more war. One more big war with all the countries, and then after that, we're gonna be like, all right, that was so bad that we have to
Yeah.
be peaceful now.
The thing that scares me about World War III is just how much like our technology is advanced. So I
Yeah.
feel like literally we could just like destroy the entire world.
Exactly,
If
it'll
we
be
got into
so-
World War III.
Mhm.
Like so many bombs and
Well,
stuff.
it's like-
That's why we'll be like, it's so that like that was really bad. We're never doing that again. We're all
Right.
being
Well,
peaceful.
like, I was talking to my history teacher about World War II, WW2.
Yeah.
So I was talking to my history teacher about that. And basically, we were just going off the scenario of, okay, what would happen if, like, Germany won? And he would say, well, pretty much, there probably wouldn't be a WW3. And I'm like, why is that? He goes, well, if Germany, you know, won WW2 and completely took over the whole entire world, we
Yeah.
would just all be German right now. And then that's it. And I'm like, okay, but, like, if we're going off that idea where it's like, they didn't win, so now it's sort of like we still have all these, like, other countries and stuff.
Mhm.
It's like, we were talking about like how the technology and stuff where it's like, well, what if we like, you know, as what's it called, it's like ease of destruction or whatever, where it's like mutually assured
Yeah.
destruction.
Yeah.
Where it's like we know
seen
that if we shoot first they'll shoot back, and if they shoot first we'll shoot back.
Yeah.
Because us and Russia both have like really
Yeah.
high bad
Yeah,
nuclear
like during
wars.
the Cold War.
Right, that's the
that,
Cold
that
War.
was why it
Exactly.
didn't start, because it was
Right.
like,
Because they
if we
just
start it,
knew.
then we'll get messed up, and they'll get messed up,
and then the
nobody will
entire
be happy.
world will just explode.
Well, like that's the
Exactly.
thing, is I was talking to him, and then this one kid was just like, "Well, what if we just launch first?" He goes, "Well, you know, we can track missiles. Like, you know, if they launch first, we'll probably be like, ding, 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 ding. Hey, did you guys mean to do that?" And then just be like,
Yeah, it was like-
"Okay, I guess we'll just shoot that down and then shoot our own." But
Yeah.
that's the thing. It's like
Sorry, bro,
people
that
think
was
it's
an
gonna go
accident.
all around, dude.
It's fine.
The world is a circle. It's just gonna go over. You know, we just go over Antarctica and.
Is it really circle, or is it flat? I'm kidding.
Is the world
We're not
flat?
talking
Is the
about that.
world flat?
Continue what you were saying. We're not talking about the world.
Aw,
He's
it's
so
fine.
against that. But
I'm
no,
just
that's what I'm
kidding.
saying. It's just like, so they're like, okay, and he's like, well, how do we do it? He's like, well, how do we make sure? The guy in the class was like, okay, how do we make sure that like they don't see that we're going first? He goes, we have to take out the satellites so that they can't track our missiles. He's like, okay, well, what if we take out the satellites? He goes, well, you have to take out satellites, and they'll realize you're taking out satellites, and that will cause war. And it's like, okay, well, what if we shoot a rocket? And there's just like, there's so much like
A lot of
steps
what
where
ifs,
it's just
and
like,
it's
at
not
this
worth it.
point, if we hit the button, it's gonna, because like, at this point we don't like have like allies, because that's what sort of caused WW1. It was between like two countries, and then with all these treaties, it was like, yeah, I'll back you up, I'll back you up, I'll back you, and then that's what caused WW1. But it's like at this point, we don't really have all these treaties, but still, if it's like, if
We
you're
still
a
have
lesser
allies.
country and you see two big countries about to fight, you're gonna take sides with the country you think's gonna win,
Yeah.
because you don't want to be stuck in the middle of the crossfires when they both have like really big.
Or you're
I don't
just
know.
gonna like stay out like Switzerland.
Man,
I just
Yeah,
think
exactly.
that
Smart.
WW3 is gonna be
Mhm.
closer than expected.
yeah.
Like I'm just saying it's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
I hope
Man,
not.
we just need to bring back Pangea. Just have everybody in the same.
We all put like rockets
Oh,
on like like
On our
rockets on the
continents.
continents, and they're just like.
On all the
Do you-
beaches.
Do you ever think how nice it would be if everyone just like spoke the same language? Like,
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about that? It's like, guys, give it like almost 1,000 years ago, we were all speaking like Greek.
No, we weren't.
Yeah, we were.
Not everybody.
Yeah, because everyone's from like Greek, isn't it?
no.
No, what's Africa?
You think Mexico was speaking in Greek?
Dude, like English and like English is only like recent in like, the past like
Yeah.
few thousand years.
Yeah, I mean, like, I get some of that stuff is.
Well, it like kind of stemmed from Latin.
Right, it's like we all were speaking like Latin.
Greek. Yeah.
Like we all have
But-
the base root. Could you imagine that? Just like one day we were all just like,
Yeah, but it was all just.
wait, I
kinda
can't
like-
understand you now.
Yeah. I feel like that was all from the European countries, though, and stuff.
Yeah.
Then they all just kind of made their own languages and.
But we all had to like start at one place, don't you think?
Yeah.
Evolution, like how did that
True.
happen?
How do you even make a language?
Maybe. Yeah. Like the first humans did.
what
What did they decide as like a language? You know, like did they?
Was
See a
like
rock,
tribes-
I'm gonna call that rock.
It was like
Exactly.
tribes down in South Africa.
No,
they
they're
do
like.
like
Here you go, Logan. Logan wanted us to do an episode in the woods and just wear caveman outfits and then just go "Ooh, ooh, 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 ooh," the whole time
That's an idea.
and just go "Whoa," and then like 30 minutes in we would find a rock and we would just go rock, 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 and just keep saying rock for a whole hour. And I was
Could
like, you know,
imagine
maybe. I was
how
like,
many views you would get if we did that?
None, probably.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing. We
You
would
know,
get
there would be a
nothing.
lot of random people who would watch that actually.
Honestly.
No, but like, okay, have you ever
Rock.
thought about like
Rock, rock.
rock.
Sorry, I ever thought
No, but
about
like, right? It's like languages.
languages.
Like,
Yeah,
Okay, but like evolution, right? It's like we all had to start someplace, whether
Yeah.
like we all started from like a single celled organism involved,
Mm-hmm.
or we were just like evolved from like apes, or we were just like put here. There's still, I mean, like we could just be like put here and be like, boom, now we exist, right?
Mhm.
That's just, they just
we had to have come from something.
right,
Right.
right.
From somewhere.
Because it's like energy can't be created or destroyed, and there's like matter.
Said that so many times on this on this show.
On this podcast.
And then it's like,
Anyway.
and then it's like matter
Science.
can only be
Science.
reformed. So
Mhm.
it's like we're now a science podcast. Like we clap. We're wearing lab coats now. We have like
Right.
chemistry
Oh my gosh,
beakers.
that'd be awesome.
That'd be great.
It's like, welcome to the new bit on the podcast.
The
Like
science.
science.
the new bit.
Science time.
Speaking of
Even
the
though
old
we know
bit,
nothing about science, we pretend like
That's
we
what
do.
makes it interesting.
Yeah, no, there's people that.
we Google search like big fancy scientists.
Yeah,
words.
exactly.
We just like make up
Photosynthesis.
total like.
I feel we have.
What?
Speaking of the old
Fake
bit,
theories.
the new bit. I think it's time for the old bit. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Should we do a TBH? Is that what you're talking about?
I would love to do a TBH.
Okay.
Let's do TBH.
What do you got in mind?
Okay.
TBH.
What was the last lie you told?
The last lie. What did I say? Has anybody got anything in mind? Because I can't think of it.
What was the last lie you told?
The last lie I told?
Yeah, ask Emma first. Why are you asking me?
I
Emma's
think
our
my
guest.
last lie was yes.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, then I think my last lie was no.
Oh.
Oh.
What was it?
Oh.
What was it?
I think we need to have a context of why you said no.
And you said
And
yes.
me saying
And you
yes.
said yes. Well, I don't know. I think the last time I lied, because there's been times
You
when
make it
people
sound
are
like it was so far ago.
do you like this person? And I'm like, no.
But you did like him.
You make it sound like it was so far ago. Do you
Like-
not? Do you not
Like
like?
a couple. No, not often.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I guess like a little while. Or like I'll make excuses for stuff, but like not really. I don't really have a reason to lie. I'm an open
It's
book.
the kazoo.
It's fine. Anyway, don't put it in my.
The last lie I
Brayden.
told.
You put the kazoo in my drink. Why?
I felt like it. Let's
Now
see.
it's got some flavor.
The last lie I told, I think, was yes. And I was in chemistry just barely no more than 4 hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
No more
I
than
wonder
2
if it
hours
sounds-
ago.
Doesn't sound. It's sounding different. It's weird.
No more than 2 hours ago. I think the last lie I told was to my chemistry teacher. Basically, he's like, "Who did the homework?" And I said yes. And I didn't. And it's like, I still need to probably, but at this point, term's almost over.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my goodness.
Term
Private
3, junior year. We'll get to that in a second, though. What's your last lie, Devin?
Oh man. I don't know. I know I do lie, but I can't think of anything. Maybe I do it so often I just don't even think about it anymore. No. I'm kidding.
Was the last lie to me when you were like, yes, of course, Brayden? I'm like,
I don't know.
The last lie was like 2 minutes ago, and it was like, yeah, I was talking to you about this, but I don't really care.
I don't.
Oh, I think that was last night. I was thinking about it again. Yeah.
I don't
think it was
remember.
last night.
I really don't.
Really? You don't? Okay, I think this was a crappy, to be honest, then.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I'm kidding. It's fine.
Okay.
Shut up, Doc. No.
Okay.
You can do
Do you have a close friend?
A close
A
friend.
close friend.
I'd like
Of
to
the
think so.
opposite sex.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you ever kiss them?
Would I ever kiss
Would you
them?
ever kiss your friend of the opposite sex?
Depends on the context.
I mean, I guess.
Like,
No.
Like, if you're like, no, not
Okay.
like, that's not about my context.
Depending on how long I've known them, because it's like,
And, yeah.
obviously, if I've known someone since elementary
no,
school,
not just.
and I've been their like best friend ever since, I'm not gonna
That's what I'm talking
Even
about.
try.
That's what I'm talking about.
like we're just friends. Maybe that was the last lie. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, I found it, yes!
I'm joking. No, we
End of the
No.
segment. I'm kidding.
I wouldn't. But if it's like, I don't know, a close friend that I met like this year.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about like a
If it's
close
like-
friend who like.
If it's like,
you
it
would
depends
have-
on how, like, if it's like at lunch and the student council people come over and they're like holding the mistletoe over your head and being like,
No.
Yes, it is.
This is on your free accord. Like you guys are
on your
hanging
free
out
accord?
because you guys just hang out and you guys are like watching a movie or something, and then like one thing leads to another. It's just.
Okay,
you-
so like a
If
love
one
kiss,
thing
though, or
leads
if
to
it's
another, then
like- yeah.
You would?
no.
No, you wouldn't.
I feel like the only
Probably
time
not.
I've like even seen that is like if the two friends are like, "Have you ever kissed anyone?" And it's like no and no, and then they're like, "Well, we might as well just get it over with now."
Really?
Yeah, I've seen that before. People
I
do
can
that.
see that. I haven't seen it before, but I can
And
see
then
that.
that's not what it was like.
I can't see. I'm blind.
What about you, Brayden?
Yes.
Yes.
You would.
I would do it in a heartbeat. People would be like, why don't you want to ruin your friendship? I don't want to ruin my friendship. I just think it'd be
Okay.
an event.
Just improving
hey,
the friendship.
yeah, it's improving it. Maybe it's taking the friendship to
To
the
another
next level.
I mean, I guess, but if the kiss means something, then it's bad.
I'm not saying like, hey, we're both really drunk. Let's just make out. No, I'm saying like, hey, we had a really good time just hanging out as friends. You might think of it as a date, but it's not a date because we're just friends.
If you're just friends,
But then it's just a kiss because why not?
I mean, I
if
guess.
you're just friends, I don't think I would. I don't know.
You
If it's like okay, I know we're friends, but we're gonna go on a date as like a date, then like, yeah, because then you're kind of acknowledging that you both like each other, sort of.
But it's not. It's just like
Mm.
if I'm texting my close friend, I'm like, hey, you want to come watch a movie?
Mm-hmm.
We just go to the movies as friends.
Yeah.
Then it's just like,
Well, you don't just mack out
It's
at
like
the
the-
movies
if
as
it-
friends.
and if it's
no,
just
you
like-
don't
if
mack
you're
out
just
at the
seeing
movies if you're
someone
just
as your-
friends. But I'm not
as
saying
your
you mack
friends.
out at the movies. I'm just saying, hey, afterwards, you're taking her home. She's taking you home. And then you're just like hanging out. And then it's just like, hey, all right, bye. And then it's just you go in for a hug because you hug your close friend.
And
you
you
just
kiss them?
kiss.
That's weird. I would not do that if it's just like
Okay.
a friendship. I don't see.
She
Like, I don't
says
think
no.
I'd want
What do you
to.
say?
No, I don't see
You
it.
say no?
I don't
If
see it.
if you
I
like
feel
each other,
outnumbered.
then
It
yeah.
depends.
But like if not,
I
if you
feel
just see each other as
outnumbered.
friends,
It depends.
There's
Then
no
don't do
depending.
it.
Yes, it
I'm
does.
giving you the scenario right now.
Then what's the scenario? You have to be more Pacific.
Pacific.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a scenario.
give us a scenario.
You and a close friend, you guys have known each other for, we'll say, between 3 and 5 years. So a good amount of time. Almost your whole entire high school part. You've known them.
It's a long time.
You sort of have classes with them. You hang out with them at lunches.
Mhm.
Like, she's not your best friend,
Or he.
or he. They're not your best friend,
Mhm. But you're just
but
like friends.
they're not like just random classmates that you know. Because
Yeah.
you all have that one person. You're like, I've seen you since 7th grade, but I have no idea who you are.
Yeah. So it's not
Yeah,
that person.
It's not that person, but it's like you guys hang out, you guys talk, you guys are like really chill. You guys
Mhm.
like almost always hang out every single day then. because you just have classes or just lunch.
Yeah.
I was just like, hey, do you want to hang out at my house and watch a movie? Sure. Or yeah. So then she comes over to your, or he.
Mm-hmm.
They come over to your house, and then it's just like watching a movie. At the end of the movie, they're like, okay, I'm gonna go, and you're like, okay, sweet. So you're walking them out. You're at your front door. You open the door for them to leave. You hug them. They're like, okay, bye. See you at school tomorrow. You're like, bye. And you just like grab their face and then like,
No, no,
In that
no.
case,
doesn't make sense.
I got one of you guys to change.
Okay.
Just so, but like
How would you
in
set
that
up
case,
the
because
kiss?
at that time you're not like, because
You're not setting up. It
it's-
just happens.
Let
If
us
it's a friend, like you know him for like a couple years, but you don't hang out like all the time, but you hang out with them sometimes. You're just like friends, you know. Then I can see that as because you're not
No.
like brother and sister, like best friends.
Well, then that's just a friend, not a close friend.
Exactly. If it's just a friend,
Okay.
because then you can
Define
like each
close
other.
friend. Then like, what's close for you?
Like,
Close friend is like brother zoned.
yeah.
Which would make it definitely no.
I still would.
Okay.
I don't care if
You're
she's
good
like
girls,
your
you're
brother
a
zoned
sister.
me.
All
I'm
right.
still gonna try.
Okay. All right.
All right.
How
I'm
would
still
you
gonna
set
try.
up the kiss though? You watch a movie, she's like, "All right, you gotta go, right?" Or he, and then it's like,
Yeah.
"All right, give her a hug," and then it's like,
It's like
Well,
that-
"Smooch me." Like I don't understand.
It's like you got
guys
an
are
eyelash
friends.
right there, and
Right?
then
No, it's
You
just
guys are
lean in, and if
friends.
she's
What?
not
No,
into it, you
no,
just back
no,
off. But
no.
if she is, then
What?
just
No,
go for
it's
it.
just sort of like, hey, you're giving them a hug, right?
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, bye. And then it's just sort of like, as you're pulling away, you're just
It's
like,
like,
grab the face and bring it in.
I don't know. I don't see.
I
it.
feel like
I don't see.
I'd
it.
be a little taken off guard.
Or it's like, as it's a hug, it's just sort of like you pull apart, but not fully.
Uh-huh.
And it's sort of like you look into each other's eyes, and you're sort of
It
like,
just kind of happens.
Okay.
Well, that's
Makes
stupid.
it better, maybe. Maybe.
I've never seen anyone kiss like
Maybe
that.
one of them, maybe the guy or the girl just kind of pecks it. Like, as going in for the hug is just kind of like a, right? And you dodge into it. But then, like, then what, you know? Then it's like, oh, we just pecked. Like, do we do more?
would it make it a peck? No, that wouldn't be a peck. It's like a good
Like a peck or like
3
a,
to 5 second kiss.
It's a good kiss.
Not a makeout where it's like one of those movie kisses. It was like a kiss. It's like pull apart. It's like
that actually wasn't that bad, and then you do.
you go back in for another 10 more seconds, pull out, and then you go.
And then you just
I
don't talk
know.
about it.
I don't know. It,
Exactly.
It
It
depends
never
on the,
happened.
Never
It
happened.
depends on the
situation.
person and the
And the person.
situation.
I think
all of the
that's a
above.
good to be honest.
But probably, yeah.
I have your honest
I don't know,
opinions now.
depends.
I can rest in peace.
Okay.
Okay.
Cats
Okay.
versus dogs.
Cats versus dogs.
Let's
I'm a
talk about
dog.
Dogs.
it. Dogs. All right.
That's what I'm talking about. Moving on.
Moving on.
Okay. I have this friend that's a really big cat person,
Yeah.
and if she's watching this, I'm sorry to call you out, but like, I don't know, cats are fine. It's just, I don't know, compared to a dog, they're
Yeah.
just not as good.
Well-
And yeah, you don't have to take care of a cat as much as you have to take care of a dog,
mhm.
but still, there's pros and cons on both sides.
Yeah. I've had a cat before, so I kind
me
of
too.
know. Where it's like, I feel like cats in general just are more. I kind of want to say. I don't know if mean is the right word, but they're definitely more
No, they are.
to themselves.
They're mean. No,
Yeah,
they're mean.
they mean.
They're the devil.
Yeah, and
Cats
they'll,
are the devil.
they're not afraid to scratch you up or hiss
Exactly.
at you.
Yeah.
And then, like, I know people like the purring, but it kind of is weird to me. Like, I didn't
Really?
like that
I
when I
think
had
the
a cat.
purring's nice.
Like, they just, like, I had a cat that just, like, went and, like, laid on me when I was trying
Yeah.
to sleep, and it, like, fell asleep on me and was purring, but I was
I'm
like,
just
I'm like, this is so strange. Like, I didn't like it as much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
In my
Yeah, our cat-
opinion, I just don't want a cat.
Our
I just
cat-
feel like if I have a cat, I'd be labeled as a cat person.
I feel
Not
like
really.
Cats, they're, like, also hairy, and no, dogs are hairy too, but they, like,
Unless you get those hairless cats.
oh.
Ugh.
Yeah.
You have that image in your head now.
Mm.
And here's the worst part. You're going to have that image in your head when you're like washing your hair next time.
No.
You're going to like put that shampoo. You're going to be like,
Oh god.
oh, hairless
There's
cat.
a reason.
Oh,
there's no-
hairless cat.
There's a reason there's no hairless dogs. Okay.
Yeah.
That'd
Well,
be
Chihuahuas
even
can be
worse.
hairless.
Yeah, no,
I guess.
there's
No,
They have really
I don't
short
know.
hair.
Are they? Just
They-
really short
I guess
hair.
you could shave a
Just
poodle.
really short hair.
Really short
If you
hair.
shave a poodle. It's like a...
Oh yeah,
Oh
you're
yeah.
right. You're
and
right.
they're like,
But even
it's
then-
still gross.
Even then, it's like they don't get all their hair off.
Yeah, dogs or cats naked, or like naked as in they don't have
Mhm.
fur. It's just not okay. It's not
Our
okay.
cat like jumped onto the counter and started licking the butter.
Licking the butter.
Licking the butter. It was
Al-
gross.
Also, cats' tongues.
Oh.
They're sandpaper.
They're so-
Oh yeah.
They're always so
Yeah.
And there are
rough.
hairballs.
Yeah.
I feel like we're all just hating on cats right now.
Yeah, no,
but
they're
I mean,
fine.
cats are cute when they're kittens. I really think cats are cute when they're kittens.
Yeah.
Like little kitties, they're cute.
Cats are
I
fine.
just
Just
don't think
compared
I
to
would-
a dog, they don't compete.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I feel like if I have a cat, I'll be labeled a cat person.
Mhm.
They'll be like, oh, you have a cat person.
Mhm.
Why do you have a cat? There's no excuse. There's no reason. It's like, oh, you have a dog. Yeah. Keeps me active.
Mhm.
Like,
Oh, you have a dog. Yeah. You don't ask why. It's like, oh, you have a cat. Why?
Cause I want a cat.
Like, there's no reason.
So I can have
A
somebody.
cat.
with
It'll
me.
be like, why don't you have a dog? But it's like, oh, you have a dog. Can I pet it? That's like those are the two
Can I
questions.
pet
It's like
it?
cat,
I don't-
why, dog,
Dogs are just so
pets.
friendly.
Mhm.
That's the thing.
For the most part,
That's a
they're
dog.
good. For the most part,
I
like
love dogs.
I don't know.
I mean, you
dogs
get
are
some
always
mean
nice.
dogs. Like, there was one time
Yeah,
I was
there's some mean
like,
dogs.
I
Mean
was a
dogs.
kid and
Mean
I was
dogs.
I had a bike
Mhm.
and I was out riding it one day and I didn't have any shoes or socks on because that's a normal
You
thing
were a
to
kid.
do.
It's okay.
Yeah, and I was just riding up and down the street and this one person's dog just like booked it across the street and latched onto my ankle as I'm
Really?
like trying to and it hurt really bad and he got off eventually, but I had this like huge bite mark in my ankle and it was
Dang.
swelled up.
That's the.
Yeah, the owners felt really bad and they brought me mints, so it was pretty good.
You sued
But-
him, right? No.
No, my mom was considering it. She was not
Oh, yeah.
happy.
I
So
mean,
there's
as
mean
a parent,
dogs,
I
but-
probably would if like my child. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
how old were you? You're
I
pretty
was
young, right?
like probably second.
I wouldn't
Third grade.
sue,
Exactly.
but I would definitely press charges.
How big was the dog?
It was actually not that big. It was like a terrier kind of, so like not that big. But it was still it was fast and it was still painful and it was growling the whole time too. I remember it pretty vividly.
Okay,
So that was not a fun
So,
day.
so here's a question. So both of you guys are like in choir kind of a thing, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so do you ever have a song in your head that you just don't know the lyrics to, but you know the song?
Yes.
All
What do
the
you
time.
do? Like, how do you like get it out of your head by singing a different song, or do you try to figure out the lyrics, or do you Google search songs, or
whatever
going around
I'm
the
feeling, you know,
Yeah.
whatever I'm feeling at the time.
Depends
Sometimes
on
I'll
the
just sing
song.
it, and I'll just be like, "You are." Ha, ha. Like I know the lyrics to that song, but like
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you sing
yeah.
that so much,
Just an
don't
example.
even.
you know, in choir, you can ask Emma. All
Uh-huh.
right. I was just chilling with my friends.
Oh my gosh. This is the best thing ever.
I was just chilling with my friends, and like, you know, everyone in choir, it's the beginning of class, everyone's talking, right? Everyone's like having their conversations going, right? Their own little groups, right? So I'm talking to my little group, and then like we kind of stop talking, and we're just kind of sitting there waiting for class to start. I don't know why, but I just go like, "You are my fire."
Devin just like
The
burst into
one-
song.
Desire, and then like
And then
my
the
friend
entire
Caleb, yeah, and then
class-
Caleb was singing it, and then like nobody else was singing it, and then when we got to the I
I
want it that way, and the whole class, tell me why it ain't nothing but a heartache. So the whole choir class started singing.
Even the
They
choir
stopped their
teacher-
conversation. They stopped their conversation. It just started singing.
And
I
then
was
the
like,
entire
yeah.
choir was
Yeah.
just like singing Backstreet Boys. It was the
So it's
greatest
like,
thing.
you don't know how you know that song, but you just know it. Like, you
You
don't
know
know
what?
why it's the best. Like, I mean, in my opinion, I think Backstreet Boys have a few other songs that are really good.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's just like everyone knows that song. Or it's like All Star by Smash Mouth. I think
Or
that became
Bohemian
a thing.
Rhapsody
because of
by
Shrek.
Queen.
Because of the meme, obviously.
Because of the
Bohemian
Shrek meme.
Bohemian Rhapsody. That one's another one that everyone like knows. Like one time,
Yeah,
I
but
had
sometimes doesn't know all the lyrics.
That's
too.
yeah.
happy.
Well, there was an hour lunch once, and I was walking back to class with my friends, and we were on our way there, and one of them, he was listening to some music, and he started singing Bohemian Rhapsody, and so he and I, my other friend and I, we joined in, so the three of us are walking down the hall singing, and then as we're walking, other people are joining in as we're walking down the hall, and then like we're
Exactly.
walking to the portable, and this random guy across the field is like, Bismillah, no, you know, he's singing. We're walking through the hall, and then we made it to English, and my English teacher joined in, and everyone's got like air guitars, and
That's
we're
great.
all just like singing. It was the greatest thing.
That's the
Exactly.
thing. It's
Songs.
like
They
Bohemian
bring us
Rhapsody is a
together.
6-minute song. Who spends the time to memorize a 6-minute song?
Exactly. Everyone.
Everyone. You all know the song. Don't even act like you don't.
Don't
Even
act
if,
like you don't.
like, I don't think I've ever put on the song on purpose.
Mhm.
Like,
I think it once in drama.
yeah,
Oh,
true.
that was a good time.
True.
Everyone
Yeah.
in drama knew it.
Oh,
Everyone
yeah.
in drama sings too. Like, even
Yeah,
if you're
for the
not
most
required.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, but it's like I know all the lyrics just because I've heard it so many times. You know?
Right.
It's just one of those
It's
songs.
good times.
Here's another thing.
It brings us together.
It
It's a
does.
good time.
Bringing people together.
I'm in
Forever.
2 choirs.
2 choirs.
It's nuts.
It's crazy.
Okay, here's a question.
Mhm.
That's the puppy. He's affecting our light. If Jenny was here, she could stop it.
Roscoe.
Here's a question. We were talking about in drama a little bit. Are jeans comfy?
Are jeans comfortable?
Yes.
I wrote this down too.
it was just.
Are
It was a
jeans
big
comfortable?
debate. Everyone
Hey,
was like,
Roscoe.
everyone was
Yeah,
fighting over it.
Because some
Hello.
people like sweatpants.
He's climbing up.
Roscoe.
He's like, I want to be in the podcast.
Good boy.
You
Good
are,
boy.
buddy.
Stop it.
He's in it.
Oh, speak. Can you speak? Oh, can I speak? Can I speak?
Wow.
Oh, ooh.
Hi, puppy. We're getting so distracted right now.
Okay.
Are jeans
Gotta
comfy?
let him out. Come on, dogs. Hold on. Go.
Are jeans comfortable?
Answer the
I
question.
think yes. I think yes. I
She
like
says
jeans.
She says yes.
I say yes, depending
Then-
on the jeans. But
What
I
does he
mostly
say?
say yes. Yeah.
Jeans are comfortable. It.
What does he say?
You know, it depends. I don't like skinny jeans, but
Most
like,
guys don't.
More of like the normal, like kind of leaning over to skinny, but not really. But more just normal style jeans are good.
Mhm.
But
I agree.
those are comfortable. But like sweatpants
I
are
like
comfortable,
skinny jeans.
and some people don't like to wear sweatpants.
I
Like
guess.
I wouldn't know if leggings are comfortable, but girls always say that leggings are comfortable. So
It depends though.
depends.
Sometimes, yeah, because you gotta wear like a super baggy shirt with it. Otherwise, it's like weird for me to wear leggings.
Leggings.
Yeah.
But so what do you say? Yes or no to jeans?
Yes. What do you say?
No.
No.
Really?
I like
I can see
them
why.
because they are conventional, but no, I would not wear them if they're my choice pants.
Mm.
It's like if
You
I'm
know
doing
what's-
something I need to
Mm.
get like down and ugly with, yeah, I'll have
Yeah.
jeans on.
Mhm.
But if it's like if I have a choice between I either can lay in my bed with jeans or lay in my bed with sweats or no pants at all,
Yeah.
I pick the latter.
Yeah, you know, it's like, yeah, it probably is like one of the most uncomfortable pants.
But it's probably really
The most popular.
I like
It's
it. I mean,
like,
they're durable.
I
They're
don't have
strong.
any like actual blue jeans. Like I have like a light blue pair that I'll wear, but nothing. I don't really wear jeans. I wear black pants. I don't know if
Yeah.
these are jeans. You know what I hate?
What?
Jeans
Uh-huh.
and a jean jacket.
Oh, denim on denim.
Denim on denim.
Denim
not
on
okay.
denim.
It's
That
not
is
okay.
something.
It's not okay. It's too much. I was walking behind this one kid one time. I was just like in the halls, and he just like, all of him was just jeans, and I was like, no, this guy, like I don't understand.
You have to be like really self-secure to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people can pull it off.
Or just
but
you
I'm
don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, if you don't care, you're really self-secure.
That's true.
Self-secure.
I mean,
Yeah, true.
Yeah, because you don't care. So I'm secure about myself.
yeah. Those are. I feel like I wouldn't choose like I wouldn't fall asleep in jeans on purpose, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
have done it on accident before.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas fall asleep in my jeans.
Stop, Brayden. I'm serious. I don't want to put it in your drink because it's already been in mine. I don't want to contaminate it. Whatever. We're ending it.
But this is it. We're ending it right now.
We
Are you
saw like
joking?
20
Are you that
joking.
mad at me? Are you
I'm
that
joking.
mad at me?
I'm a little annoyed that you just put a kazoo in my
I'm
drink.
sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. Stop grabbing the mic. It makes a sound. Here, look at the thing. Ready?
Oh my gosh, that's weird.
That's what you grab it and tap it. You don't stop caressing my mic.
It's not your mic.
I mean, it's right underneath me.
I bought it. My parents bought it.
Oh, busted.
We don't have to get into that. What were we talking about? Jeans.
Jeans.
Oh yeah, you go to a friend's house and you. I'm not actually that mad. It's
You
fine.
just pick up out
You
of
go to
nowhere.
a friend's house and you know, obviously sometimes you gotta sleep, like you sleep over. And it's like, man, I'm wearing my jeans. I gotta sleep in my jeans. And it sucks at first, but then when you wake up, like, those jeans are the most comfortable things
It's
you
true.
could ever
That's
be
like
wearing.
any kind of pajamas that you fall asleep
Exactly.
in, or anything that you fall asleep in. You wake up and you're like,
This is very comfortable.
I'm
like, I
very
don't wanna
comfortable
wake
right
up.
now. It's so weird. Like when you're falling asleep, sometimes you can be like super uncomfortable, but then when you wake up, you're like, I don't want to move now.
Yeah, exactly.
I stare off on the distance a lot.
Yeah.
Like I'll just stare
So
off
do
in
I.
the distance.
Have
But
you
it's
ever
like-
done that when you
Fast.
accidentally stared at someone?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
all the time. It's so awkward.
It's so
And then
weird.
like you realize it, and you're just like trying
Oh.
not to. You try to
You're
stare
like,
somewhere
mhm.
else, but then like your eyes are just like attracted to that person,
Yeah.
and
just
then they
keep
look
going
over
back.
and you're like, oh crap. Like I do that all the time at school. Like I'll be on the desk, and then I'll just be like looking down,
Yeah.
and it's like I'll be like
Mhm.
looking at like some girl's legs or something, like not meaning to, and I'll be like,
You're
oh,
not actually looking at her
Wow.
leg until you
Mm-mm.
realize.
No,
I'm
until you
looking at her
realize
leg,
I'm looking right. You just zone
It's
out.
so awkward.
right?
No, but like
It's the
I do that
worst.
in here so much because of the light. Like if I just like right now, if I just go like this, and I just
Oh.
like stare off, they're just like
Yeah, I'm
they, like,
kinda
wash
getting a
over
headache.
right. They just watch. We picked green today. If you
Yeah.
can't
Yeah,
tell.
it's because we're both wearing green.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing green. She's
Mhm.
wearing green.
Yeah,
Devin's,
Devin's not wearing
White,
green.
black.
That's
but you're not
okay.
black. You're just white.
Yeah, I'm white.
But
You're
his
the
hair's
whitest
kinda
person I
black.
know.
Well, I am. White, brownish, black,
He looks white.
white, black,
There's nothing wrong with that.
gray, white, gray, and black.
Cool. Cool. It's great.
I have a headache. I'm sorry. I
Uh.
kind of have a headache.
It's all good.
I'll probably take some ibuprofen after this.
Ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen.
I never thought
Anyway.
about that. It's like, hey, what if we had a headache back in 1874?
Yeah.
Oh.
What
Then,
up-
then you're just screwed till it.
Well, it's like,
ends.
what if I had
Yeah.
a paper cut back in 1874?
You know-
Amputation.
And we already talked about
You know
it
what?
a little bit.
Just cut off your
Well,
arm
they
to distract
drill
you
the
from the pain in your
fingers
head.
on. Exactly.
Yeah.
Easy.
It'll work. It'll
Easy
work.
solution.
But then
I
it's
don't
like, that was like the civilized. It's like, what about the uncivilized? Like the Mayans
Mm-hmm.
back before, well, that was, I guess, before 18s. Back in like the 1400s, 1300s, 1200s.
1447.
1447. What did the Mayan Aztec people do?
That exact date?
In-
For sure.
on January 30th, 1497, what were the Mayan and Aztec people doing?
Who
They were
knows?
sleeping.
At
I don't know.
2:04 p.m.
Whenever I
I
think
don't
of
know.
old timey like doctor like
Black
treatments,
and
I just
white.
think of like back in like medieval times because that's what you always learn about in school. Like their
Yeah.
weird like things that they would do.
With werewolves. No.
No.
They
I'm
exist.
kidding, I'm
Don't
kidding.
even. No, but it's like, dude, like again, black and white photos,
Mhm.
but they had color. That just blows my mind every time.
Yeah.
I'm like, they had color.
They had color
Oh,
back
that
then.
is weird.
You know.
You look at those
Right?
pictures and you're just like
That girl actually has
that.
skin
I
color.
wonder
Back
what
in like
color her-
13, like back in
hair
like the
actually
early
is.
18, 17,
Mhm.
1200s even.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you can see, like,
I
they
don't know if
paint it.
pictures were back in the 1200s. 1700s.
17,
1800s.
1800s, I guess. 16, yeah.
Maybe.
But it's like they had, like, the photos.
Maybe some of the.
But then it's like they have
1900s
paintings, and I'm like, oh, yeah, paintings.
I don't
It's
know.
like, but I'm like, I always think, I'm like, oh, yeah, back during, like, Queen Victoria, you know, Queen
Mhm.
Elizabeth the First, you know. Oh, they had, it was, like, canvas paintings.
Mhm.
I'm like,
Yeah.
imagine having to sit still for, like, 3 hours just being like,
in the same exact position.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. Like models, my drawing teacher was talking about it
Mm-hmm.
to us today. Like, models are crazy because like college classes, they'll be like 3 hours long or something,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll model for like 45 minutes and just stand in one place, and then they take a 5-minute break, and then
That
45
sounds
minutes again.
crazy to me.
It's crazy,
That would like
You're crazy.
hurt after a while, wouldn't it?
right?
Unless you're like Mona Lisa.
hmm They get paid for it though, so unless you're like Mona Lisa.
Yeah. She
All right, well-
she just chilling.
Well, while Braden's frozen, I
I'm
think
waiting
we'll,
for I'm waiting for someone to portrait me.
to
But it's
portrait-
like they had portraits, they had
Okay.
color back then, and then it's black and white, and now it's color again.
Yeah, I was gonna end the episode, but you know,
Are you gonna end the episode?
yeah.
Really?
We already recorded for 20 minutes before this. So this is 47,
Oh yeah.
48.
All right.
Ba-dum, ba-dum. I can't do that. That's a copyrighted song. We need to make our own like jingle bell. It was like, do do do.
It's pretty loud. Okay, well, anyway.
That's gonna be our
that'll do
thing.
it
That's
for
gonna be
this
our thing.
Episode.
That is a great episode.
Everybody. Thank you for listening.
Emma.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for
having
listening.
me.
Thank you, Dad.
Anytime.
Thank you
We're
for
both talking at
listening
the same
and
time.
watching. And thank you, Emma. And thank you to our sponsor who we don't have yet.
Yes.
But we need a sponsor, so if you know someone that can sponsor us.
It just, okay, it's like when you're doing that and I'll be editing and you get really close to the mic, obviously the volume gets louder. And if I base the volume off where we are here and you go up here, it's going to be louder. And I have to turn the volume down.
I talk louder when I'm up here
You-
to
yeah,
account
you
to account for the
You
difference.
can talk quieter. Anyway.
To account
Yeah,
for the
that does
difference.
it for this episode.
That does it.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Anyway.
Ba-da-ba.
Thank you all. Follow us on all social medias, pop_pop podcast. Make sure you subscribe if you're watching on
Watch
YouTube.
the 5-minute podcast when it comes out.
Bum bum bum.